Good evening, my dear friends. I want to start with a question that will stir your soul. Here's the hard truth. Toxic people are not always the loudest storms in our lives. Sometimes they are the subtle whispers of negativity, the veiled criticism, and the quiet erosion of our joy. They rob us not with weapons, but with words, actions, and attitudes. And if we are not careful, they will steer us away from our God-given purpose. But I have good news for you today. You don't have to fall victim to their poison. Instead, you can rise above it with wisdom, grace, and purpose. Today, I'm going to share with you 7 clever ways to deal with toxic people that will transform your relationships, guard your peace, and realign your life with the destiny you were created for. Stay with me till the end because what I'm about to share could be the key to unlocking the freedom, clarity, and joy you've been searching for. The first step in navigating the complexities of dealing with toxic people is recognizing their presence and influence in your life. Toxicity often doesn't announce itself loudly. It disguises itself in subtle actions, passive-aggressive remarks, or manipulative behaviors that slowly seep into your thoughts and emotions. These behaviors can erode your peace, diminish your confidence, and distract you from pursuing your goals. Recognizing toxic individuals requires discernment and self-awareness, as they often camouflage their intentions with charm, good humor, or even an apparent concern for your well-being. Toxic people may consistently criticize, belittle, or dismiss your accomplishments, making you question your worth. They might dominate conversations, leaving you feeling unheard, or habitually turn situations into drama to draw attention to themselves. Pay attention to how you feel after interacting with someone. If you frequently feel drained, anxious, or less confident, it's a clear sign something is wrong. Recognizing these patterns of behavior is essential because denial or overlooking these signs only gives toxicity more room to grow. And you're not your thoughts, and you're not your feelings. At times, toxic people can be those closest to us, family members, friends, colleagues, or even partners, making it harder to acknowledge the harm they cause. This is where honesty with yourself becomes crucial. Take time to evaluate the relationships in your life. Reflect on how these individuals contribute to or detract from your emotional and mental well-being. Ask yourself if the relationship aligns with your values and uplifts you, or if it pulls you away from your purpose and peace. Recognizing toxicity doesn't mean rushing to judgment or labeling someone as inherently bad. Instead, it's about understanding how their behavior affects you and whether the relationship fosters growth or stagnation. Some people may not even realize they are toxic, as their actions might stem from their struggles, insecurities, or unaddressed traumas. However, their intentions, whether conscious or unconscious, do not lessen the impact on your life. Recognizing this distinction allows you to approach the situation with wisdom rather than unnecessary conflict. Awareness is the first step to empowerment. Once you recognize the signs, you can take deliberate action to protect yourself from the negative influence of toxic individuals. This recognition is not about fostering resentment or cutting off people hastily, but about creating clarity in your life. It's about understanding what serves your peace, purpose, and growth, and what holds you back. When you learn to identify toxic behaviors and their effects, you reclaim the power to make choices that align with your highest good. Recognizing toxicity is like turning on the light in a dark room. It may reveal unpleasant truths, but it also sets you on a path to freedom and clarity. Setting clear boundaries is one of the most vital yet challenging steps when dealing with toxic people. Boundaries are not about building walls to shut people out, but about creating a framework for respect, balance, and self-preservation in relationships. They define what you will and will not accept, and they establish the space where your peace, purpose, and emotional health can thrive without compromise. Without boundaries, toxic people will continue to overstep, manipulate, and drain you, often without realizing the extent of their impact. Many of us struggle with setting boundaries because we fear conflict, rejection, or being labeled as selfish. However, boundaries are not selfish. They are an act of self-respect and self-love. They teach others how to treat you and ensure that you remain true to your values and priorities. Setting a boundary doesn't mean you dislike or reject someone. It simply means you value your well-being and the integrity of the relationship enough to establish healthy limits. Toxic people often thrive in environments where boundaries are weak or unclear. They push limits, test patience, and exploit kindness to further their needs, often at the expense of others. When you don't set boundaries, you unconsciously give them permission to continue their behavior. On the other hand, when you establish firm limits, you create a sense of accountability and balance, making it clear that their actions have consequences. The process of setting boundaries begins with clarity. You must first understand what you need to feel respected, safe, and valued. This requires introspection and honesty with yourself about what behaviors and interactions you will no longer tolerate. Once you've identified these, the next step is to communicate them clearly and confidently. It's important to express your boundaries without anger or blame, focusing instead on your needs and expectations. This means ingratiating with your needs and expectations. For example, rather than say, "You always take advantage of me," you might say, "I need us to have more balance in this relationship, and I can't always accommodate your requests at the expense of my own time and energy." When enforcing boundaries, consistency is key. Toxic people often test limits repeatedly, hoping you'll give in or revert to old patterns. By standing firm, you reinforce the importance of your boundaries and demonstrate that you take them seriously. This consistency also helps you build self-trust as you learn to honor your own needs and commitments. It's natural to feel discomfort when setting boundaries, especially if you've never done it before or if the toxic person reacts negatively. However, their reaction is not your responsibility. Boundaries are about protecting your well-being, not about controlling others' feelings or responses. Over time, as you practice setting and maintaining boundaries, you'll notice a shift in your relationships. Toxic individuals may either adjust their behavior to align with your expectations, or they may distance themselves because they can no longer manipulate or exploit you. Boundaries empower you to take ownership of your life. They free you from the grip of toxicity and allow you to invest your time and energy into relationships that are mutual, supportive, and fulfilling. Remember, every healthy relationship is built on mutual respect, and boundaries are a necessary foundation for creating that respect. When you set boundaries, you're not only protecting yourself, you're also fostering healthier dynamics with those around you. Staying anchored in your purpose is one of the most powerful strategies for dealing with toxic people. Purpose serves as a compass, guiding your decisions, shaping your priorities, and keeping you focused on what truly matters. When you are clear about your purpose, the noise, distractions, and negativity caused by toxic individuals lose their power over you. They can no longer pull you into unnecessary conflicts or divert your attention from your goals, because your energy and efforts are directed towards something far greater. Toxic people thrive on creating confusion and chaos. Their behavior often involves criticism, manipulation, or drama designed to shift the focus onto themselves. If you are not deeply rooted in your purpose, you may find yourself reacting to their provocations, getting drawn into their emotional turbulence, or questioning your own worth and abilities. So when this happens, use this coping skill to help yourself. However, when you know your purpose, you can view these actions for what they are: attempts to derail you, and respond with clarity and intentionality. Purpose is not just about having a goal or ambition. It's about understanding your core values, passions, and the impact you want to make in the world. It's about aligning your actions with your beliefs and living a life that reflects who you are at your best. This alignment provides a sense of fulfillment and direction that makes it easier to prioritize your time and energy. When you are focused on your purpose, you are less likely to be swayed by the opinions, demands, or negativity of others. Dealing with toxic people often involves making difficult decisions, such as limiting contact, saying no to unreasonable requests, or cutting ties altogether. These decisions can be challenging, especially when they involve people you care about or feel obligated to. However, your purpose can give you the strength and clarity to make these decisions with confidence. When you weigh their toxicity against the value of your time, energy, and mission, it becomes clear that allowing their negativity to persist is a cost you cannot afford. Staying anchored in your purpose also helps you maintain emotional resiliency. Toxic people often try to undermine your confidence or make you doubt your abilities. They may criticize your dreams, question your motives, or attempt to diminish your accomplishments. But when you are rooted in your purpose, you can stand firm in your convictions and remind yourself of the bigger picture. Their words lose their sting because your sense of worth and direction comes from within, not from external validation. Purpose is also a source of hope and motivation. It reminds you why you started your journey and what you are working toward. When toxic individuals try to distract or discourage you, your purpose becomes a reminder of what's at stake. It keeps you moving forward, even in the face of adversity, because you know that your efforts are contributing to something meaningful. By staying anchored in your purpose, you create a powerful shield against the negativity of toxic people. Their attempts to pull you down are no match for the strength of your focus and determination. Instead of being swayed by their behavior, you remain steady, intentional, and driven. This not only protects you from their influence, but also inspires others to do the same. Purpose is not just a tool for navigating relationships. It is the foundation for living a life of meaning, fulfillment, and impact. Ideally, it is a primary driver for becoming your best. As humans become less and less satisfied, practicing self-care is a critical strategy when dealing with toxic people. When you are constantly exposed to negativity, manipulation, or criticism, your mental, emotional, and physical health can quickly deteriorate. Self-care becomes the essential practice of replenishing your energy, restoring your balance, and protecting your well-being in the midst of external stressors. By nurturing yourself and setting aside time to focus on your own needs, you create the resilience necessary to withstand the impact of toxic individuals and prevent their negativity from undermining your peace. Self-care goes beyond simple relaxation or indulgence. It is about prioritizing activities that recharge and restore your spirit, mind, and body. This could be through physical exercise, engaging in hobbies that bring you joy, spending time with supportive and positive people, or simply allowing yourself time to rest. Regularly engaging in self-care practices strengthens your sense of self-worth so that you are not easily swayed or diminished by toxic people's actions. One of the most powerful aspects of self-care is setting aside time for yourself away from the demands and negativity of toxic individuals. This space allows you to reconnect with your inner self, reflect on your experiences, and process your emotions in a healthy way. When you create this time, you reaffirm your commitment to your own well-being and ensure that you don't get lost in the whirlwind of negativity that others might try to drag you into. Taking care of your emotional health is another vital part of self-care. Toxic individuals often thrive on stirring up drama, spreading gossip, or causing emotional upheaval. If you are not intentional about protecting your emotional state, it can become difficult to remain stable or focused. Emotional self-care involves setting boundaries around how much access toxic people have to your emotional world. The more you experience small distractions taking precedence over the more important distractions, the more pressing will be the emotional pressure and slow you down. It's about limiting the amount of time you spend in stressful or draining environments and ensuring that your emotional needs are met by people who uplift and encourage you. Physical self-care is equally important. Stress caused by toxic people can manifest physically, leading to exhaustion, headaches, or even more serious health issues over time. By incorporating physical activities like exercise, yoga, or even just going for a walk, you release built-up tension and improve your overall well-being. Regular physical activity helps reduce stress and elevate your mood, giving you the strength to face challenging interactions with a clear mind and a calm demeanor. Another key aspect of self-care is nurturing your spiritual well-being. When toxic people's behavior starts to wear you down, it's easy to lose sight of your deeper values and purpose. Taking time to reconnect with your spirituality, whether through prayer, meditation, or simply spending time in nature, can help you find clarity and peace amidst the chaos. It strengthens your inner resolve, reminding you that you are not defined by the toxic people around you, but by the strength of your character and your connection to something greater. If you believe you deserve a great life, then train yourself to love yourself with attention and diligence. Self-care also includes practicing gratitude. Focusing on the positive aspects of your life and regularly expressing gratitude for your blessings helps shift your focus away from the negative energy brought on by toxic individuals. Gratitude helps to reframe your perspective and empowers you to see beyond the toxicity, allowing you to recognize the beauty, love, and support that surrounds you. By consistently practicing self-care, you create a buffer that protects you from the corrosive influence of toxic people. You become less vulnerable to their manipulation, less affected by their criticism, and more capable of staying grounded in your sense of self. Self-care is a proactive strategy. It's about building the strength and resilience you need to navigate toxic relationships and ensure that they do not define or control your life. It is the foundation for cultivating a life of peace, empowerment, and well-being. Letting go of the need for approval is one of the most liberating steps in dealing with toxic people. Toxic individuals often rely on controlling or manipulating others through guilt, shame, or the constant demand for validation. When you seek their approval, you unwittingly place your emotional well-being in their hands, leaving you vulnerable to their criticism or negativity. The need for external validation is a natural human instinct. We all desire to feel seen, heard, and appreciated. However,